Hey guys, welcome back to the Record Room. I am, of course, your host, Tony Giles, TG. Now, I know we only just dropped an episode, and it wasn't too long before we dropped an episode, and it wasn't even that long before we dropped an episode before that, and it's not like I'm intentionally ramping up these episodes to gain more viewers. That would be great, but the reason I'm recording multiple episodes is because I have so much stuff I want to talk about, because I have so much stuff that I want to listen to. And I have this thing where when I purchase a record or a box set or something like that, I bring it home and I'll clean it first before it goes on a turntable. That's just me. I clean everything. New records, old records, everything gets cleaned before it goes on the turntable. And so when I do buy something, I'll bring it home, clean it, and listen to it. And I might listen to an album once, twice, three times, depends on how much I'm enjoying that record, which invariably means that I do end up with something of a backlog. And I was tidying around in the record room this morning and I looked at my, I guess you could call it backlog box. I have a crate of records that are kind of just sitting there looking at me, all sealed, waiting to be loved. And I thought, you know what, I just don't go to the record shop and purchase something new. Play something you already own. And so I flicked through the box and I completely forgot I had purchased this. This is the insanity of what it's like housing a collection like this. I had forgotten I had purchased this when this came out, and this came out, I want to say it was the tail end of last year, maybe even this year. But look at the size of this beast. This is a Miles Davis box set. Miles in France, 1963 and 1964. Miles Davis Quintet, the Bootleg Series, Volume 8. This is not an insubstantial thing, and I completely forgot I'd bought this, which is terrible, but I'm righting that wrong now, because I'm going to bust this open. I can't talk about sound quality as yet because I am going to open it right here, right now. But of course I will leave a comment down below in the comment section once I've actually managed to get through this. But why? I am a big jazz fan. I've spoken about it before on this channel. I don't talk a lot about jazz music, but there's something I might change in the future because there is just so much wonderful music out there. Jazz especially. Old, new, contemporary, you know, classic, bebop. There is so much, and I'm discovering new things all the time and new artists. One of the artists I truly love, though, is Miles Davis. He's been probably my favorite, or one of my favorite jazz musicians ever since I started to become a real fan of jazz. And so I do try and pick up as many of the new Miles Davis releases as I can. Some I miss and some I just buy and they sit on a shelf. So we are going to look at this beautiful box set here, Miles in France. 8 LPs of revelatory live material from the birth of Miles' second great quintet. 4+ hours of unreleased material and extensive line notes by Marcus J. Moore, featuring George Coleman, Wayne Shorter, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and Tony Williams, all amazing musicians. And I'll show you straight away, I don't know if you can see here, but the Miles Davis on the cover is actually embossed. So it looks like we've got a slip cover over what will be the actual box. So let me just, how can I do this? I want to try and take this off without causing as much as I want to cause as little damage as possible while taking this off. So let's just open this and see if I can slide this out, because I don't need to take the sleeve off. The sleeve just has the track titles on the back. Yeah, I can do this. This is nice. This is beautiful. I don't know why I have not opened this until now. I could have been enjoying this Miles Davis album a while ago. No, it just sat there. Okay, so Miles Davis, you sit there. And that is a beautiful, beautiful cover. Miles on stage there. And on the back here, I don't know if you can see that very well. Miles Davis there in a nice spot glass. And this is two, three. So essentially four double LPs and a booklet. Now, I don't remember how much this cost, but I remember it wasn't super expensive. Like, it was really, really reasonable. And that is a really nice thick booklet. I mean, it is on paper. It's not hardback or anything. Some beautiful, beautiful pictures in here. Look at that. That's so cool. That is so, so cool. Ron Carter there on double bass. Wow, this is so cool. Herbie Hancock, a very young Herbie Hancock. Absolutely incredible. Well, I know what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. once this episode goes out, this will be being cleaned and being played. Miles Davis and Wayne Shorter there, two of the absolute greatest of all time. Right, let's put this booklet down and take a look at the records. Now, from what I remember, they did a condensed version of this box set. They did a 2 LP set, selections from this box. And if I remember correctly, this box set, this is on black vinyl, but the compilation was on a tricolour split. They made it look like the French flag, which sounds cool, but I try to avoid tricolour as much as possible, just because you can occasionally get some disparity. This is so cool. So everything is the same. So which one is which? This is 1963. Specifically, was that July 26, 1963? I mean, look at this beautiful, beautiful inner. Yeah, this is black vinyl, polyline sleeve. Comes on a 2i Columbia label. It looks really nice. It looks really, really cool. This is one of those things where I have robbed myself of listening to this because I am this silly, silly man that sometimes buys too many records. And yeah, this is the same as well, just black vinyl. So I won't get these all out because if they're all exactly the same, but obviously I will show the covers. And the inside's nice as well. There is a flood on the inside as well. It's like a grayish, it's like a dark gray. It's really nice. So let's have a look here. So that was July 26. And then what have we got here? This is July 27th. Very, very nice. Double LP. And this is the, I mean, they do not skimp on the tracks. There are very, very long songs here, but not too long. You know, it's, again, these fantastic images on the inside. I do apologize for the lights in here bouncing off these. Let me just make sure. Black vinyl as well. And you know, I really do wish I could remember how much I paid for this. But alas, I cannot. But I do remember it wasn't massively expensive. I do believe it was limited, so do have a hunt around if you are on the lookout. This one is July 27th and 28th, 1963. Yep. What's on the inside of this one? Oh man, that's so cool. Check this out. Isn't that badass? That's so cool. That is so, so cool. Yeah, again, black vinyl. Black vinyl. Now, I'm thinking this is going to sound amazing. I really am. They've gone to all this trouble of doing this box set. I'm pretty sure it's going to sound amazing. This one is October 1st, 1964. So the year after. How cool. Just this artwork is just amazing, absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to dive into this set. This one again is black vinyl as well, but you can see here comes in a really, really nice hard, you know, a nice box, a really, really nice box. And this is part of the Miles Davis bootleg series. I think I have a couple of these on CD. Not that they didn't come on vinyl, I got CDs for some reason. I can't think why. They were either cheap or someone gave them to me. But I am a big fan of all Miles Davis, actually. I really like his kind of 80s output. I know that sounds sacrilegious to some, considering how, you know, the 50s and the 60s stuff was so good, and then the 70s, you Bitches Brew, stuff like that. But for me, the 80s stuff is just fun. I really love the album, You're Under Arrest, and I love Tutu as well. I think they are excellent albums for what they are. I really do, you know. Miles never stopped, carried on. He did some incredible covers towards the end of his career. Really, really did. But I cannot wait to get into this. Have you already got this? Are you a Miles Davis fan? Would you like to see and hear about more jazz on the record room? Please let me know, because I have plenty to talk about. But right here, right now, I'm going to give this one a clean and then give this one a listen. Miles in France, 1963 and 64, the Bootleg Series Volume 8. If you are a fan, let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already done so, please consider giving this a like. And if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does mean a lot. But until next time, stay gold and spin those blackest circles.